I only have one note in here.
I have a ton.
I was supposed to ask you about one specific thing, so.
Oh, no. Who'd you get that from?
Not telling you. No.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It actually wasn't. They gave me other things. They just didn't feel like I could ask you them on the podcast, so we'll save those.
Oh, I know the videos they're sending you.
Oh, yeah. It was really good. They're really high quality. I backed them up in a few places just to make sure I didn't lose them. So that's for another time. Welcome to the Slightly Serious Sign Podcast, brought to you by Wensco Sign Supply, the #1 podcast in the sign and graphics industry for news, events, new products, and customer success stories. If you want to know what's going on or you want to grow your sign shop, you're in the right place. Here is one, some, or all of your hosts, Mike, Tyler, and Domingo. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 111 of the Slightly Serious Sign Podcast. It feels weird because you guys haven't been in the room with me for podcasts in like
I know
2 or 3 months now.
We're traveling men.
It's crazy. And for people that are listening, you're probably thinking like, no, I just saw them together. I don't think you understand how this timeline works. I literally have not sat in this room with you guys in, I don't know.
I know.
January, December, maybe.
I mean, I know we've been losing a lot of viewers because I haven't been on in like 4 or 5 weeks.
Racking up the viewers.
Well, I kinda-
way less complaints.
Well, I kind of heard the same thing. That's why I went to Cabo.
Yeah. HR didn't have to come and talk to me one time in the last 3 months. It's been really good. Yeah. So
that's good.
far, so good. We wanted to. Did you bump that already?
No, I didn't touch it.
Didn't touch
Goodness. He's rusty. We haven't been in here.
Yeah,
in a minute.
I know.
So this episode, we're going to do a recap on the Midwest Sign and Graphic shows, as well as a recap on somebody here just leaving for like 3 weeks and just never talking to us the whole time. He sent me like two texts.
It was so peaceful
Two
too.
texts. They were one-word responses the whole time. So, yeah, we'll talk about all that. So first was we just came back. Well, it's actually like 2 weeks ago now. Wait, when you hear this, it'll be 3 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. We had the Midwest Sign and Graphic shows, formerly the Wensco Open House. They went pretty well. Louisville could have done better, but Indy did pretty well. We had just over 225 people over those two events. We had 43 vendors, I think, when it was all said and done. So more vendors than we've ever had, like 20% more people than we had last year at those two events. So pretty good improvement. And definitely a lot of different vendors that we haven't had before, which I think was a win as well. But what did you guys think?
Well, I'll tell you this, you don't know what you're going to get, right?
Yeah.
We do. We prepare for it. We're excited about it, but we don't know how many people are going to come. The feedback is the crucial part of the whole having these things, right?
Yep.
And I don't mean by customers. Well, I mean, I agree with the customers, but for a vendor to come to you and say,
Yeah,
this was better than I expected. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, you're new.
yeah,
Like, okay, that's good. That's good. But it should be more people.
yeah,
Right? We all want more
Every
people.
time.
But again, Indy impressed me. There was a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I still get are you on the Sign podcast? And I'm like, no, that's not me.
No, that's a different guy.
That's that guy that's over there.
Yeah.
Never mind.
We got a lot of feedback. A lot of feedback from people that listen to the podcast over those two events. That's
Yeah,
good.
they did.
In Indy for sure.
Do we have to do photo ops now?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what we had to
We're
do.
doing signing.
Wait till we get
next
to
week.
talk about China.
He was not in
Yeah.
the photo op that we had.
Yeah, we did have to do a photo op in Indy.
Yep.
I had to do a bunch in China.
Yeah, that's
where people
weird.
recognized you.
So
that's good.
But yeah, we overall the events went well. We gave away 2 Yetis, 2 Blackstones, cornhole boards, a bunch of gift cards. It was pretty good. The next one is the 24th. Ooh, I almost got it wrong. April 24th.
April 24th.
In Minnesota. So that'll be the first time we've done one there. Should be pretty busy. I know we've got 130 people already RSVP'd for that. So
We had, how many vendors did we have at our
43.
43.
Yep. So we had 40 on the dot last year is how many we had. I have 46 total vendors across all 8 events. Some of them can only make some of them, So,
Right.
So I think one of them we actually will have 46 vendors, which is crazy because that's 50 tables between all the duplicates and people that sell multiple things. It's a lot of tables. So when you come into those events and you see how many people are there, it seems like a lot. We keep joking that it's a mini trade show, but legitimately, if you if you run a sign business or you're working a sign shop and you buy from Wensco, you are not going to buy anything from us that you're not going to be able to talk to the vendor at the show. So when I tell you, like, I think it's super valuable for you to come, I really do mean it.
Well, I talked to a couple of customers that never been to even a trade show whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a group, it was like 5 people together, the owner, the purchaser, and then they had 3 employees. And talking with the employees, I pulled the employees aside because they were talking to the vendors and they weren't like really listening. And I was like, so what are you here for? What are you trying to learn? We're just trying to figure out what's here and stuff like that. And I go, I'm going to ask you a basic question. When you have cast or calendared, what are you putting that you want to last outside the longest? I don't know. And I go, then this is the opportunity where you talk to all these vendors and just get to learn what's out there, learn everything. Just, there's not a dumb question. Just ask the question.
Yeah.
And a vendor's going to basically give you an answer, or we'll give you the answer.
Yeah.
And the young lady turned around and said, yeah, you're right. So she started squeezing in between to try to listen to their talk to the owner. Right. And it was pretty interesting to see her do that, which was great.
Even our newest sales reps went with us to those 2 shows to go through and talk to all the vendors, right? And we've sent them through training already, but it's still beneficial to get them to talk to all the individual manufacturers in the reps to cover, what do you sell? What do I need to know? What are the talking points? What are the differences between your product and the next one, when on paper they oftentimes look the same?
Pretty much the same.
And it's hard to explain those differences if you're not talking to the people that physically are making the product. So yeah, overall, I think they went pretty well. We'd love to have more people always. That's always the goal. We set really high goals in hopes that I don't have to pay out the sales rep because they don't hit them. So 1 of 2 hit them. So I saved money this year. So I appreciate that.
I like talking to customers and, it's always good to talk to a customer, right? But I love the question I always bring up is, so do you know who your sales rep is?
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. And then you just see and it's like, it's that guy right there. Hold on.
It's nice.
Go and grab him.
That's what's nice about how Indian Louisville is set up, right? There's no question. Right?
Yeah.
Like, do you know who your sales rep is? No. Okay. Well, he's right there. There's only one. So you only got one option.
Well, no,
there.
you have Kevin there too.
That's true. Yeah. But that was once you know where they're from, as long as you don't find out they're from Ohio, really, which actually worked for both of them. If they're from Ohio, then it became like, okay, well, we're going to have to look it up. But if they're from India or they were from Kentucky, it was pretty straightforward. So it was good. But yeah, that's pretty much the full wrap up. We'd love to see you guys in Minnesota.
In Minnesota, yeah, make a trip.
In Chicago, in Iowa, Grand Rapids, Detroit, Cleveland.
They're all
especially
coming
Cleveland.
up.
Yeah, really show up in Cleveland. Jakob needs all the help he can get, so just please come.
If he's still with us by then.
Yeah, it's true. He might not survive. But that was it. The other thing we had to talk about is this guy was gone for 2 weeks in China. I'll bring up my question now. This will be a good intro. So I'm supposed to ask you,
good luck. Here we go.
What exactly is Uncle Mike's special Tingle soup? It's a direct quote.
Okay. Yes. So
he's relieved that was the question. It could have been anything else.
Listen, I know some videos that got sent back. That is an easy question. So they even the breakfast bars, they have noodles, like a little noodle station. And one, it's hard as an American to get because in China there's no such thing as a line. You just go up there and yell what you want. Like you really have to pay attention. But they have this little there's one that's an oil and then one that's like a shake on that makes your mouth tingly when you eat it. Like it's like a pepper type thing. And I love it. I love the feeling. I love the whole thing. So like every time we went somewhere, I'm like, I want that tingly soup. So like even when I went back home, I bought all the stuff. So like I can make my ramens that flavor with tingly soup. Like I'll have to bring it in, you guys, and try it. Like it makes your whole mouth, like, you know how you leave the dentist and your mouth's kind of tingling? That's what it does to your mouth. So you're like drooling and stuff.
That remind me of the dentist, and I would not want that.
He's a weirdo. That's the answer that we learned here.
Yeah, I loved it. But the best was by the end I could go up and get my own soup and not like I could butt some people out and get what I needed. But in the beginning, it's like everybody just stepping in front of me like, is someone gonna help me? And then some old guy finally helped me. He's the one that originally made it tingly for me. I think he was trying to kill me, but I lived.
He probably thought, this is going to be funny. I'm going to watch this guy eat this.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably thought that you every time they give you food, though.
They didn't realize I was Chinese at the time.
Or Chinese.
So now they know I'm almost full-blooded Chinese at this point.
Okay, Doug.
Now he's part Chinese because he worked at a Chinese restaurant, and now almost full Chinese because he went to China.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's how that works.
I'm pretty much Chinese.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's how that works, but so yeah, how was the trip? How'd it go? Was it crazy?
It's everything you hear about it, and then when you get over there, it's not what you hear about. The first thing I noticed is their technology is way beyond us. Like, you always hear we're stealing their technology. No way. We're taking theirs because their cars are better than us. Their phones are better than us. And I say with the exception of, if you can get past the point where the government always knows where you're at and what you're spending, if you can get that off your mind, that doesn't matter. Their social structure is better than us. Like, Amazon would not survive in China because they can already get anything they want in 15 minutes. Anything, or next day. There's nothing you can't buy. There's all these guys and they're like red vest or yellow vest that ride around on basically scooters, and you order something and it comes right to your door, or it comes right and you can even order from one restaurant and have it delivered to your table at a different restaurant.
Huh.
So
that's not allowed here.
Yeah, everybody guards it. Nobody guards their own area. Like, it's kind of like a free for all, which is super nice. Like, we even ordered food when we were on the bullet train. We ordered food to be delivered between stops. Like, we were going all the way to Beijing, and there was one stop before we got there, and this guy's like, you can order food. And we could get it from any local place, but that was when that was the only time we had American food was we ordered Whoppers on the plane or on the train. And the stewardess brings them to you. Like, when they stop, everybody gets their food and they basically say who it is and they have your seat number and they bring it to you. But it was really weird. Like, you could even, we're sitting at a restaurant, we can go across the street, get the beer from the grocery store and bring it into the restaurant and set them on the table and drink them there. Even if they sell the same beer.
Weird.
That's interesting.
So it's just...
How was the bullet train? Was it fast?
Yeah, it goes 200 miles an hour.
But
you don't know you're going that fast until one comes the other way.
And then
because there's one going 200 this way, 200 that way. It's like, zoom, like, holy cow. And they're 16 things long, and it never worked out on our favor. So we always rode first class, but first class is not crazy expensive on the bullet train. So you're either in cart 1 or cart 16. And every time, if one was in the front, we had to walk all the way to 16. And then the next time, okay, we booked 16. And then, or booked 1. Nope. 16's here all the way to the end again. And it's a long train. It's a half mile.
It's crazy.
So, but, I got recognized a fair amount at the sign shows for being on the podcast, which is funny when there's a Chinese guy that's from Vancouver taking his picture with you because he recognized you from the podcast, and he's like some big old smile and stuff. I'm like, what are we doing here? But I went to 3 sign shows. One was about a little bit smaller than ISA. The other 2 dwarf ISA and Print United. They're not remotely close to the same size.
Yeah.
Shanghai. The one in Shanghai, and then back in look at all these names wrong. Guangzhou. They made fun of me the whole first 2 weeks because I couldn't say the cities right. Where do we just come from? I'm like, Zhengfrau? No. Zhengzhou? No. Guangzhou. Okay, Guangzhou. They'd ask me again. I'd be like, Zhengfrau? We went Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Shanghai, Beijing, and then back to Guangzhou was basically my whole trip, which Guangzhou to Beijing's I think the equivalent of going from Texas to Michigan.
Jeez.
Oh, wow. We flew there. Or we flew to Shanghai, then we rode the bullet train to Beijing, then we flew from Beijing to Guangzhou.
Crazy.
So, and then this is another funny part because I was accusing all the Chinese people of being racist because I said, there's not a single black guy. Do you guys even let them in here? And they're like, no, we have. So I'm like, me and Sky are standing on the plane. We watch everybody walk off the plane. I said, see, Sky, not a single black guy was on the plane. He said, did you see any white people? No, actually. I'm like, I was the only white guy in the whole plane.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like it's just different because we see everything here, right? Like we see Mexicans, we see white people, we see black people, we see every nation in the United States. You don't there.
Yeah.
Like so many people took their picture with me because I was the first white guy to eat at their restaurant.
Yeah.
Unless if we were outside of like the national cities, like if we went, into the villages.
Yeah.
People would take a picture with me because they never had a white guy eat at the restaurant before. So it was just
crazy.
like, it's weird. And people that stare at you too, like you're in a like, oh, who's this guy?
Albino over here.
And I only learned, I know, who's the albino? I made fun of like Sky the whole time, it's like, you guys all look the same, I can't tell you apart. And we were meeting Doug's friend who's Korean. And we met him, I think, the night before, and then we were getting on an elevator. There was a guy that looked just like him. Sky starts talking to him. I looked at him and said, you guys can't even tell yourselves apart. Like, that is not him. But it was so funny because then it was I said, you just proved everything I said.
That'd be funny if you said, oh, that's my robot.
Yeah. But it was funny. By the end, I could tell you where they're from, if they're from the north or from the south, by their accents.
Yeah.
And I can't speak a lick of it. I can only say one word. I can say a couple words. Pedro means beer. Like, I learned that one right away. First
That's
word.
Important. Yeah.
They don't always serve it cold though. Why don't you have cold beer? Like, what's wrong with? And they don't drink. Anyways, they don't sell beer cold. Like, that's why we always went to the store. Like, we want cold beer, not warm beer. But Sky would still make it'd be warm because he couldn't order one. He got to order 7, and they'd be sitting there like, okay, that's getting warm. I got to drink them fast. And I was just trying to do my part.
That's important too.
Hydrate. Gotta be hydrated.
But they don't drink a lot of liquid with any meal. Like, even breakfast, they serve like it's a bowl of warm milk. It's not milk though. It tastes weird. But they don't drink a lot of liquid. Every place you go gets hot tea, and they all have their own little. And I did have a professional tea party. You had the one with the kids. This was a professional lady in her attire, turn the cups, like it was a professional tea party.
Was it delicious or still terrible?
No, it's terrible. It's still just tea. Like, give me a Mountain Dew or something. Put some sugar in it, something.
It wasn't sweet tea. It was just regular
it's just
tea.
regular hot tea, and like, oh, it has to be at a certain temperature. So she'd try it, and like, oh, gotta be a little warmer, gotta be a little colder. Like, just give it to me.
You're probably supposed to sip it.
I think you're supposed to sip it, but yeah, they don't serve. And when they do serve like water, they ask you want it hot or cold.
Weird.
How would you?
They drink hot water.
Who drinks warm water?
Yeah.
All of them. We were at this restaurant though. Did you see the video of the girl that was in, the authentic Chinese stuff with her face painted white? That chick freaked me out. Like, I was scared to leave. Like, she was scary. Like, she's looking at you and just like, it's their tribal or not tribal, whatever, their song. And it's like, and I'm like, and she's like staring at like death stare India. I'm like, I got to get out of here. This lady's after me.
It was probably the same thing though. She probably never had to do that with a white person present. So
that's probably right. So that was my happy day. I found all the fugglers that day.
Those things are so ugly.
Fugglers they're not in Michigan yet. Like, apparently Michigan people don't like them. Like, they're hard to find in Michigan, but like, you go to Ohio, a lot of ugly people there, they like them because they feel better about themselves. It's all those Ohio State people.
I agree with that.
It's all those Ohio State people they're probably sleeping with their fugglers. So anyways, what was the other thing that I brought? I got one for your daughter too. What are those called? I forget what they're called. I learned about them when I was there.
I don't know. They're horrible though.
Well, you brought some candy?
No, Labubus. You know what a Labubu is?
No.
So apparently the teenage girls and younger get these things, and they're like, in the States, they're like $50.
Yeah.
That you hang on your purse or you hang on your backpack. They're just a little like stuffed animal that's like ugly.
Yeah.
It's an ugly stuffed animal. And they're like $7 in China.
Yeah.
So I got a bunch of them.
Some of them are like $100 on eBay. It's crazy.
Yeah. There's some that, so.
In the package didn't even make it 4 minutes when he handed them out. So that doesn't do it any good.
Yeah. So I got those things. Those are neat.
The only part that I was excited to find out about, I put the bag on the table so that I didn't forget to ask you, but then I didn't even have the other camera, so I couldn't even show it to you.
I want to hear about.
Yeah.
Is you met my good friend Tony while you were there?
Actually, we have a photo of Tony and Tyler and I. We'll show you right here.
Way to go.
Okay.
You probably just, it's not even in to keep view of the camera. We just messed it all up.
Okay, so you get recognized at LC Sign too. So they obviously watch all social medias.
Yeah.
But we did meet Tony, and the very first thing he said, he walks into a room and he looks at all of us, and Doug says, "What's up, homie?" or something right to him, because that's what he always says. And he's like, "Are you gay?" Right away to Doug. And I'm just like, I lost it. Like, I absolutely lost it. And come to find out, some of their culture, like the gay culture, like they look like Doug. Like they have like the beard and whatever. It's their culture that's what that crowd looks like, I guess. But
it was funny if you would have said, "Yeah, I am."
It was so funny. I'm like, that's the way he got out of meeting us the first time and Doug was so like embarrassed about it. But hey, Doug, if you looked the part, buddy, it's okay. We love all people here.
We love all people.
They also are just more direct. Like for him, for you, it was funny because we would never ask that question, but for them, it probably wasn't. It was just normal. It's just like, yeah, whatever.
Did you see the pictures I had in their shop too of their signs they made wrong?
Oh yeah.
So they make
spelling errors.
So LC Signs they wholesale sign to America. That's basically all they do. They don't sell anything in China. And they had like a pile of like junk signs, like all the ones spelled wrong. Pharmacy spelled wrong. One spelled wrong. Yeah. Like all the signs where they had like things that were spelled wrong. They're like, oh, that's pretty funny. But that was a very cool shop. The reason, labor's obviously cheaper, but the other reason that they can make them that way is regulations. Like they don't have the strict, like, protect everybody at all cost. Like they basically have, if you're stupid, you deserve to get hurt rule in China, which I wish we had here. Like, and just how they can do, they can do things faster because there's no regulations in the middle of it.
It's the same with the cars, right? Like you kept sending videos of the cars because you couldn't get over the fact that you just get out and then the car goes and parks itself.
Yeah. So but
the car here, if we did that here, it'd bump like one person or almost bump one person, and then they'd turn it all off, which is basically what they're trying to do at Teslas. Is like, oh, it hit one other car, and it's like, okay, well, it also didn't hit 4 million cars.
Yeah, so almost all their cars are electric, and they're way better than our cars. Like we pull in the parking garage, and like as you stop, and it shows a picture of the parking spots. It shows the ones that are open. Click on the parking spot that's open, get out, and you get out, and the car backs in. And then if you want to pull out, because they all park close too, like that's why you have to get out. Like you can't
open the door.
So it'll pull out of the parking spot too. Most of the parking garage cost 70 cents, $1 to park. Like nothing's expensive to park. If you want a gas car though, and you want like a big SUV gas car, I believe you get put into a lottery. I'm not 100% sure how this works. You get put in a lottery, and you can get a gas car if you've paid enough taxes.
Huh.
So like Joe Schmo on the street that, doesn't make a lot of money, can't buy that car. So you have to pay a certain amount of tax before you're available. But a lot of people don't have cars. Like there's not a huge car problem in these huge cities where, you have Shanghai, I don't know how many people, 30, 40 million people live there. Not a huge traffic backup because most people are on scooters, and I don't think the scooters have rules. Just don't run into them with your car.
Yeah, that would be one rule.
So a lot of the traffic just goes but they all live. The biggest thing that get over to is they have no sense of space there. Like, when we're like in Vegas and they're bumping into you, that is normal there. Like Doug was really struggling with that because people always bump you. I love it. Like I'll bump into people all day long. I don't care. Even the old ladies are the worst. Like she's pushing against me. I kind of look at her like, easy lady. But even their office space, they sit this close. They're both on computer. They're both on the phone this close. And they live that close too. Like they're just used to it. Like there'll be 20-story buildings all in a square mile, and they all live right there.
Yeah.
And then the restaurants are super. If you eat normal, like their food, a lunch is $3. So
yeah, I heard that they have buildings that just house people, and it's got malls in there. It's got haircut. It's got restaurants. It's all in this little community, just building community thing.
Yeah, you don't have to go. You don't have to go very far, and
No.
and even like the streets, like you walk down the street, like there's fruit on one side, and everybody only buys per day. They don't grocery shop for the week, so like all the fruit is just better because every apple's put in a little thing to make sure it's safe because people only buy one at a time, so they're going to look through them. You can't sell crappy apples. You can't sell crappy tomatoes. You can't sell crappy oranges, like because they're buying whatever they're going to use that day.
Yeah.
And even when you go down the street, there's all these chickens and ducks in cages. Like, I want that chicken. Skin that sucker, cut it up right there, hand it to you. Like, and we ate at a place like, hey, we're eating those 3 fish, and they didn't even cook them.
That was the funny one you told me. You said I went into a restaurant, except it just looked like an aquarium. They had giant fish tanks everywhere, and you just went, yeah, that one. And then they just pulled it out, and then wait a few minutes, and it's at your table.
It's at your table, not cooked. Parasite.
It's raw.
I call it the Parasite restaurant. But I didn't get anything, I don't think.
Yeah. So far, you survived.
So far, I lived. So there's another place that we went to where there's like mussels and clams and shrimp and fish and stuff. And they literally, you put it in this bucket, and they're literally trying to crawl out of the bucket as you're walking back to your table. Dump them in this thing. They put a pot over it. They steam them. So you watch them die, then you eat them.
I don't think I could
High
go
class
there.
living right there.
I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
You know how much people would pay for that here?
That restaurant almost died in because I put a little too much wasabi on my shrimp, and
it probably
I
was
couldn't breathe.
a little spicier than it is here.
Yep.
Did you have a lot of sake?
I think that's the place we had sake.
Okay.
Isn't
You didn't have the lighter fluid that...
Isn't sake...
So we did lighter fluid with Economy Sign Supply, the kerosene stuff.
Yeah.
And you had the big bottle. And let's just say everybody tapped out way before me.
That stuff's disgusting.
I was 3 times anybody else.
Good for you.
Isn't sake Japanese whiskey, though? Am I crazy
Yeah,
here?
I think it is.
Sure it is.
Yeah.
Japanese
And it's served
whiskey.
hot or cold.
Yeah.
So we had sake. That same thing. We bring in this big bottle of sake into the restaurant, and they serve it to us. And they sell sake, but Sky wanted a certain kind or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, Sky, I don't know how he does that stuff.
He
brought that stuff to the party.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, you got to try Domingo." I'm like, "No, I smell it. No, lighter fluid."
Listen, I had about, I don't know how many ounces. I probably had 10, 15 shots of that stuff.
Oh,
That's so gross.
And they also learn, like the Chinese people.
It's like Everclear.
So Sky's cousins.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, it's really bad. So we met Sky's cousins at a restaurant. It's a hot pot place. That's where I had that duck blood. We could go through everything that I ate. Duck blood was like the weirdest stuff that I ate. But they have their tradition is you cheers everybody at the table. Like you take turn, like, so cheers, drink, and you do it throughout the meal. Well, there's a word or something where you have to finish the whole thing. So I'm like, okay, right away, I'm making everybody drink. So let's just say the Chinese people didn't really keep up with me.
They didn't. You just kept saying cheers every
cheers and
12
then
seconds.
Finish it. And that's where that video is of like the guys, like they're both finishing it and then they both put the cups on their head and like they weren't completely finished. So there's like beer running down their face and stuff. But that was after we had we drank, we emptied the place with beer. Good, done. They didn't have any more.
I've done that.
So
guys are out of control.
But the food was awesome there. That was like they had a spicy and a non-spicy, and I love the spicy. So, but we always had non-spicy because we had Sky's girlfriend Cynthia with us. She works at G2G2. People have probably talked to her. She doesn't like spicy, so then they had non-spicy. But let me tell you about her driving. Cynthia, I'm apologizing right now for this, but Sky was always like, she can't drive. Like she's a new driver. Like she has like, it's in Chinese, but like new driver. And obviously they don't grow up like we grow up driving. Yeah. They don't drive go-karts. They don't drive all that other stuff. But I'm like, she can drive, Sky, because in China, if you drink at all and drive and get pulled over, you go to jail. So Sky wouldn't drink at all if he was driving. So I'm like, Cynthia can drive us. She's got a driver's license. That was like night 2 or 3. let's just say the night after that, Sky, we got anybody else that can drive us? But I would ride in the front. But Sky makes her twice as nervous. Like, I think she's fine on her own, but Sky makes her twice as nervous. And she's in Sky's car, which is bigger, and she drives a little car. So it's like, but there's one point where she stopped on the highway because she's like, do we have to get off right here? I'm like, we got to go somewhere.
That's crazy.
But you know how I am, like, whatever. Like, they got hospitals there too. We can all get together.
Yeah. It would have been fine.
But
It'd be like Sky's sitting right next to her.
no, I made him
driver license.
I rode in the front. I didn't even let him ride up front.
That's funny.
This episode is brought to you by Arlon Graphics, trusted for innovative high-performance cast vinyls. Check out their newest product, DPF V9500, a non-PVC polyurethane wall film built to tackle ultra-textured surfaces like a pro. More exciting new products to come soon from Arlon. Check them all out at Wensco.com.
The other thing that they have, so on their GPSs, their series, his was Shahi Shari or something like that. And I'd yell at her all the time about speak to me in English because she can't speak English. But when you're coming up on a stop sign on your thing, it's counting down when that thing's going to turn green or when it's going to turn red on your dash.
Huh. Oh, that's pretty cool.
So, and then it does it at every stop sign too. It counts down when it's going green and red. Which is so much more convenient.
Yeah.
Like just knowing where you get it. Like I was shocked by that. Like, but they don't have they only have stop lights. And I think that's it. No stop signs. Everything's free for all.
That makes sense though.
And then, and all the people were super friendly to us. Everybody's like, we're like, especially through the times, like, okay, we're kind of at war, kind of not at war. Like people that, big political people. Oh, are you safe over there? I'm like, they love me here. What are they gonna do to me? But what was I going with that? Oh, so everybody's super nice. Like Doug apparently once he drinks too much, he has to have a cigarette. So he asked a guy for a cigarette. Guy was gonna give him his whole pack. He's like, hey, that's fine. And it's just like they're just like way overly nice. Like and even like people like when we're sitting even like regular, like what they would eat for breakfast. A guy comes and sits like right by us. He's just watching us eat. I'm like, Sky. He's like, man, he's a really strong guy or something like that. He said to Sky in Chinese, and it's like, okay, well he's still staring at me. Oh, the other thing is their elevators have negative numbers. Like instead of having like basement, it says like -3, -4, -5. Like it goes up to 5 and then -3. Instead of saying like basement 1, basement 2, basement 3, it's like it just says -4.
It's a very logical system.
It seems a lot smarter, right? There's also no valets. It's not a thing. Valet parking is basically not a thing, and tipping is not a thing anywhere. No restaurant tips. Even the guys that drop you off food, no tips.
You think about
concierge,
valet.
no tips. It's not part of their culture.
How are they getting covered then? How are they getting
Apparently
paid?
they make $3 an hour.
But you think about valet, if the automatic parking thing works, you no longer need valet. Like you just get out of the car and at the front counter and then just let the car go. Like you go park yourself.
And the service we have at the restaurants far surpass the service we get here nowadays.
Which is crazy.
With the exception of Rosewood Grill in Strongsville. They have good service there. Gotta clarify that. But they have just better service.
One restaurant that listens. Make sure we call that out. Yeah, your service is great. 10 out of 10.
But we had great service everywhere. Everybody was happy. Everybody was happy to serve us. Like it was. The other thing is like most of the restaurants have a private room, and I think Sky would just call and say, "Hey, I got a white guy," and they put us in a private room every time, and we have a nice, comfortable spot.
So he used you.
He used me. Worth it though. But we'd also like Sky was so like it's their culture to feed you. So what you have to learn if you go there, don't finish your plate because they will bring you another one. So you got like when the meal's done, whoever's doing the meal, whatever, expects every plate to be half full. If it gets below half, he's going to order another one. Like it's different. It's an absolute opposite culture than we have. Like, hey, they gave it to you. You're supposed to eat the whole thing. No. Or you'll literally blow up.
they'll just keep feeding you.
They just keep feeding you. Like there was a day we went to breakfast, and then we went to have coffee, and then we went to have like there's a place called High Tea, which they have some in the United States. They have like this grape drink that was just incredible. Like I don't know how many I drank of them, but like I at least put 50,000 calories of high tea in me when I was there. So then we went that. Then we went to lunch. Then we went to second lunch. Then we went to first dinner, and I'm dead full. And he's like, and then I think it was Doug said something about, hey, what about the lamb skewers? Oh yeah, let me call the guy. Like you hear him talking, I can't understand what they're saying. So we go to him. I'm like, Sky, we are full. Do not order a ton, because he always orders a ton. The guy starts handing him out like 10 lamb skewers. So we managed to get him down. He's like, you know what? I think his brother's place is better. We drive across town to his brother's place, who also sells lamb skewers, and we order another 10. I'm like, Sky, you have to stop. But so we had 3 dinners that night.
It's good for you.
Like, I don't know how I didn't come back like 400 pounds.
Well, it's probably just the food's cleaner than it is here.
I never felt bad. I never had a stomach ache, never got diarrhea, nothing. And when I got back, I was like, oh, like when I started eating our food again.
Yeah.
So it was just like their food obviously is cleaner. Like it's just fresher too.
Let me guess, Chitty.
No, he's got to go through all his notes. He's got 4,000 things he wrote down.
A ton of people smoke though. Remember like us in the 80s? That's China right now. Everybody smokes.
Interesting.
So,
too, though. But it's probably cheaper. They also don't regulate it. So
they don't regulate it. There's not a ton of tax on it. It's not expensive.
They don't eat a lot either.
Yep.
That's true too. Yeah. Which
That's
also
why
does help.
That's why they're thin.
Could be. You should pick it up.
I'll never smoke. Ever.
The other thing is everything you pay is through your phone. Even the people that are, I mean, some of these Chinese people look like they're like at least in their 120s. Maybe they're 115. Maybe they're only 100 years old. Even those people use their phone to pay. Like, so and the people around here say, oh, I don't know how to use my phone. Like, well, you would starve to death in China. But when we went to the grocery store, you paid by your face. Like, look at it, scans you, pays. And then plus you got to worry at the grocery store. I wasn't really sure if I was at the petting zoo or the aquarium, but that's their grocery store.
Because everything's live.
Everything's live. Like, hey, I want that chicken. Okay. Well, give me that duck too. Skin it, bag it up.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
And then some of them bring the fish home live. They're carrying in a bag like fish are swimming around the bag.
Nice.
So, but there's nothing that they put in front of me I didn't try. I literally ate everything. And you name it, I ate it. This trip, like lamb stomach, ate it. Duck blood, ate it.
Duck
you
blood
name
is
it,
the crazy one.
I ate it. Oh, it was. There's a couple things where I was like, oh, and there's other things that was surprised you, like, that's pretty good. I didn't like any of their desserts. Apparently, they don't have sugar. They're running a shortage on sugar.
Not like
same
them.
on tea.
Yeah.
The government says they're out of fuel. I think they're actually out of sugar. I think if you send them sugar, they'll be a lot happier over there.
That's our bargaining chip. We got some really good sugar here.
They also, anything that you're going to eat with your hands, they give you a little package of gloves. Even pizza.
That's funny.
We ordered pizza. They give us all gloves. And all the Chinese people put them on. So since I'm Chinese, I had to put them on.
That's a good question. How much
American
I'm going to say
food?
American food, but across the board. Like how much like Italian
there-
food,
was
French
there-
food.
yeah.
So it's mainly, it's every region. And I learned this because Sky brought us everywhere. Every region has their own style of food and their own style of eating their food. But you don't see, like, McDonald's has some McDonald's stuff, but like our Whopper came with a chicken leg that had the tingly sauce on it, by the way.
Nice.
But you can get a pizza, but our pizza had like a raw egg burk over the top.
Huh.
And I think it had hot dogs on it too. But
Tastes like chicken.
Wait
a minute, it's beef.
That's like the most like this white dude just walked into a restaurant like, oh, what does he want? Pizza, hot dogs on it. What else can we put on? So chicken wings.
Yep, that's probably what they did too.
What else can we give them? So like looking at any ingredients they have.
And you could find, if you were looking for American food, people that won't eat all that stuff, you can find, breaded chicken and fries. Fruit is a big thing. Like every meeting we had, they had fruit. And then the street vendors will roll their fruit in like that liquid sugar. So they're covered. And they're like, you would get a skewer of like 2 of the big grapes in a strawberry, and it's like 27 cents. Huh. Ooh.
Crazy.
So, but yeah, not a lot of like, you don't see like an Olive Garden. Like you don't see, there's no chains really that are
Did you
over
get
there.
any sesame or orange chicken while you were there?
I kept asking Sky, can I have General Tso's chicken? And then I kept yelling at him because I never knew when they were done eating because they never brought the fortune cookies.
No fortune cookies either.
I'm like, we're not done yet.
So it turns out that what we call Chinese food here is apparently not actually Chinese food.
Anytime I'd eat something that looked remotely close, I'm like, this is just like Panda Express. This guy would get so mad at me.
Just like Panda Express.
Ask the waitress for my fortune cookies and stuff like that.
There wasn't a lot of fried rice.
I mean, they had fried rice.
A lot of white rice, though.
Not a lot of white rice.
Brown
not
rice.
as much. They eat rice at the end of the meal. Huh. Not necessarily always with the meal. There was one place we went that ate it with the meal. Most of them eat it at the end of the meal. And it was usually some weird fried rice with like the leftover lamb or whatever they couldn't possibly make us eat before that. Or like puffer fish. Oh, we had snake blood rice.
That's weird.
So they put the snake blood in it. And we did, that's another thing. We watched, they literally killed the snake. Doug touched it. And then 15 minutes later, we were eating it. And we had puffer fish soup. Apparently,
That's
if you cut it
crazy, too.
wrong, you die.
Yeah.
But nobody died. But I tried it. I didn't even hesitate.
I mean, they feel like they probably do it enough, you know?
Okay, speaking of which, security. Every time we went through security, I got fondled. Every time. To the point where,
ask you, what is it?
to the point it got funny. Like I was just like, okay, like I would just like, okay, well, who am I going to go to? Because they're touching me for sure. But you go, there's times like when we went to like the Forbidden City, we might have went through 5 layers of security. The same thing, show my ID, and then they pat you down, walk through the metal detector, pat you down. Then later, walk through a minute, and it was just over and over. But you can't also do anything, like they can't even ride public transportation without their ID. So we have all this, do you need an ID to vote? Like they can't even ride, they can't get on a public bus without an ID. You can't go to the grocery store without your ID. You can't buy anything without your ID. You have to have your ID to do anything in that country.
And it's obviously it's linked because you're paying with your face, so they're using it as
there's
form of payment
there's
as well.
a chip in there, RFID chip or whatever in their ID. Like everything you do has to be done through your ID,
which is logged through your bank, so they obviously track literally everything.
They could track anything.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
And they could find you in a second.
Yeah, I believe that too. Well, the RFID
especially
chip, I'm sure,
tourists,
has location too. So.
Yeah, especially tourists, if they wanted to get me, like I couldn't go anywhere without, and a lot of places don't take cash. So like you're if they want you out of the country, they're going to find you.
Yeah.
Like we talk about like the illegals here. You couldn't be an illegal there. You would get,
They would just throw
they
you
would
out.
find you in a second.
Yeah. The other part, what was it? What is the security like traveling between cities in China? Like, is there some, or is there?
Yes.
Or is it open?
So no, it's same as traveling, plane traveling, and even the bullet train. They actually checked you more on the bullet train than they did like between cities. But the same thing where you go through, you have to show your ID. They not only, but they pat you down like
every time.
Me every time. I'm like, why aren't they touching everybody else? Why do they have to touch me every time?
Like, they're probably the first white person they've seen in 6 months. So
yeah, when they ask, what is that? Like, do you want me to show you? Like, what are we doing here?
Is that a nub? Or you got rocks in your pocket?
Yeah. So but the other thing when we went into like through some security, like, how if you get on a plane, you can't bring water. Like this guy had a water in front of me, the first one I saw, and he's like, he just looks at him, guy drinks it, opens his mouth that he swallowed it, and then can walk through with his water. So then I started watching. Sure enough, most of the security places, if you have a water, if it's clear or whatever it is, you just have to drink it, show them you swallow it, and you can get through.
Well, yeah, they think it's probably liquid, some type of liquid to cause an issue,
if it's gonna
like
be
a bomb or
dangerous,
something.
you won't be able to drink it. That's
Exactly.
their understanding of it, which is a crazy idea. So. In 2026, G2G and Wensco will launch 2 new products into the market. The one is the United Stick, which is a high efficiency, affordable, and reliable product for your sign and lighting projects. The second is LumaLink, which has a power pin design that's made to be cut and done anywhere in the field or in your shop. This is for small channel letters or any large projects. Check them out at Wensco.com. This episode is brought to you by Arlon Graphics, trusted for innovative high-performance cast vinyls. Check out their newest product, DPF V9500, a non-PVC polyurethane wall film built to tackle ultra-textured surfaces like a pro. More exciting new products to come soon from Arlon. Check them all out at Wensco.com.
Okay, bathrooms. We got to talk about bathrooms.
Oh man, the pictures you sent me were just terrible.
Oh, I didn't see the bathroom.
Number
I didn't get
one.
a picture.
The first hotel we stayed at had a bidet, and we know how we made fun of Domingo.
Yeah. You liked it, huh?
I'm getting one.
See?
And the other thing is, so I get back at that point. I was with Nick Wilson from Montroy too, and Doug was there, and we get out to dinner, and I'm like, "Hey, did you guys have the bidet too?" Yeah, and they're like, they only tried like one button. I tried every button, even like
Heated water, everything, all that good
even
stuff.
the lady part button. And it sprays you in the nutters. I don't know if we could say that.
The
But I'm just
nuggets.
like, yeah, sprayed it in the nuggets. And then the heated blow dry. I could sit
Yeah.
there all day.
Actually,
There's a blow dry
Yeah.
feature
Yeah.
on the
Oh,
toilet.
yeah.
mine does too.
It's, I mean,
Yeah, now you know luxury boy.
that was pure luxury.
Costco.
Yeah.
That's where I got
I'm
it.
getting one.
Gotta run power. Make sure you have power over there.
Mine must have had a bidet before because there's power right there.
There you go.
So there's power right next to the
You
toilet.
can hook it up right there.
So
Snaps
anyways,
in.
the bidet was nice, but so a lot of the older towns, and you saw that video, like I had to poop at one of the restaurants and they don't have toilets. Like it's on the ground, like you have to squat and poop.
Yep.
I'm kind of fat and out of shape to be trying to squat and poop. Like if I don't have something to really lean against and stuff to poop. But I had to poop and there's no regular toilet. So I had to
That's
I
crazy.
made it happen.
That's crazy.
So luckily I could poop fast because I couldn't have squatted that long without falling over.
You're limping back to the table. What happened? Don't ask. Yeah.
Scraped up on the side of his face. Oh, hit the wall.
You forgot to mention that what's next to the hole is a jug, right?
No, these ones actually flush.
Oh, okay.
They do. I did see one at one of the restaurants we went to. Like obviously there's no. We can get it. We got to talk about that too. But there's no like regulations as far as like bathrooms and stuff. But yeah, like this was like you went through a door. I had to slide through because the door was narrower than me. Like to get into the bathroom. Like there's no handicapped people getting in there, and there's no fat people getting in there. I mean, fatter than me.
I thought they had like restrooms like just out in the open, and you go in a glass door, and as soon as you close it,
Maybe at the big cities where we probably weren't, but not.
okay.
We were. I mean, we went to some of the big cities, some of the big restaurants, but mostly like once Sky realized like I'm okay with let's go to the backcountry stuff, like at the dumplings and stuff. Then he's like, that's where we always went.
well, it's good to have a good tour guide.
It was fun having Sky, and he's so funny. And some of the stuff that's like I said, everyday life's funny already, but like especially when you're with me and like. No, I'm Chinese. We're in the elevator. And like, obviously there's a couple other people that speak English. I said, that guy obviously didn't know I was Chinese. And like a couple other people in the elevator start laughing. So it's just, it's a good
funny.
time. So, the other thing that, like why these cities can grow so fast, like Shanghai can grow so fast, Shenzhen can grow so fast is, we regulate ourselves so much here that they can just start opening businesses and their building goes faster, their opening goes faster, just the way they do business goes faster because the government encourages business.
Right.
And I don't think our government encourages business. They regulate us to death over here compared to what they can do. And they're always going to be cheaper. There's always going to be a bigger import if they continue to regulate us this way. Which I understand you're trying to save every little thing that could possibly happen here, where they're like I said before, like if you're really stupid, you're going to get hurt.
High risk, high reward scenario.
So, but that was one of the things I could just tell, like you can start a business fast and you can run it. But they have very, like, you think you're in sweatshops. No, like when I went to the chip factory, it's cleaner than any factory I've been in the United States for sure. And same with like Sky's LED factory, spotless. And some of the and all their factories aren't wide, they're tall. You've seen those big GM plants that are like 2 miles wide.
2 mile.
If they build them in China, they're 5 stories high and you go up a floor each time. So all their factories go up and down. Like you're on floor 2, 3, and 4.
Well, I know that you can get, everybody says it, you know, you can get a lot of cheap stuff from China. I know that, right? But there's a lot of misconceptions of what you're getting. And what I mean by that is one product can be one color. When you get it, the next, it's a different color. So it's not like this is clean every single time.
Yeah, it's be careful. It's be careful who you buy from there, without a doubt. And like Sky was really helped me with what factory we should go to. But like the good ones, like the power supplies that we use, there's every single box that comes in is checked, is tested, and then it goes to the next thing, it's tested again, and then every step's tested all the way along the line. Not every factory is that way, but they also do a very good job. Like if you sell power supplies, you're in this part of this city, and everybody that supplies them is in this part of this city. Okay. There's now like the one city that we're into, like I could see all these people going down the road, these big old things. Like this is where they make comforters and sheets. Okay. It's that city. So like everybody that supplies them is in that same city. So like you don't see big trucks going across because everybody that makes what they need to make the final products all in the same city. And you fight each other out for price because you're all right next door to each other. Like, but it also works where if like say Sky's factory is super busy with LEDs and the LED factory across the street's not, employees are almost interchangeable. And they're all in the same city. They all live together.
Right.
So that's,
and then you got
it makes it way smarter than what we do here.
And then you got to be aware of the people like at the sign shows, at the big trade shows that we go to. They're not really, they don't have a factory. They say they have a factory, but it's really, they're the middleman of a factory.
Yep.
So you got to be very careful of that too.
Middleman of the middleman.
Yeah, of the middleman of the middleman.
That's where it was nice having Sky.
Exactly.
And there was a couple of times it was pretty funny because he would be talking in Chinese, and I know I'm Chinese, but I don't understand it yet. But then he'd like all of a sudden he'd just like push him away, like, no, forget it. And you walk away from him. He's like, they don't have a factory. And it's just like it was so helpful to have him and like set him up. And then we did, obviously I'm not going to tell what factories we visited. We visited a bunch of factories. And I'm probably going to go back and visit a bunch more in June. Because there's some stuff, honestly, we have to source. We have to source to stay competitive. So it's not what you want to do. You'd rather have American made, but when we can't make it for the price they can make it for, you have to stay competitive.
Or we can't make it at all.
Or we can't make it at all.
Of how chips work. Sometimes it's just not an option at all here.
Yep. So, but
it's eye-opening to see what's out there, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And like
the problem is that it's everything.
Yeah.
You can get pretty much everything. It's just getting it on the boat and getting it over. That's the...
Yeah, and whether
it's going to be 4 weeks. No, it's going to be 6 weeks. Well, it might be 3 months.
Or the thing you looked at originally is the same thing that you got. Is making sure that you talk to the right person the first time.
Yeah.
And get it right.
So. Yeah, that was me trying to sort it out. Like if you're just going over there and you don't have someone helping you, you're going to struggle. If you, now that I've been there and I understand everything else, could I do it by myself? Probably. Like, but it took, I was there 20 days.
You need Sky.
You still need Sky. Well, I'm going to use Sky. He owes me. He loves me too. So
well, we love him.
Yeah. So my coworkers call me. The other thing that I want to say, so you also understand if you go to a restaurant or a store, you almost have to pretend like you work there also. Like the restaurant, like not the big, like the chain, like in the big city ones, but like the local restaurants. If you need something, like say I need another Coke, just go behind the counter and get another Coke. Or go grab bowls, whatever. Like you work there. Huh. And that's how it is, even in the stores. Like this guy just walk behind the counter looking at the stuff behind, like, wait, you can't walk behind there? Oh yeah, we can. So it's just and if you're a cashier, like when we went to the Great Wall, that poor cashier that was standing behind the counter, because everybody's like holding stuff up, handing it, like you have to pay attention to like 5 people at a time because nobody's waiting their turn. So, and I tested this theory. So like, how they don't like lines. So we were trying to I think I was getting on the train to go to Beijing, and I got up there and my passport wouldn't scan, and there's lines in each one. I just walked in front of the person that was next to me, scanned my passport there and walked in. Like I walked in front of like 50 people, but it's like, and nobody cared.
So weird.
That's weird.
So it's just, you got to get used to like, okay, we're just going to the front.
That's a fight waiting to happen.
Yeah, I said, and then they're bumping you the whole time too. When I went to, so we went to the Great Wall, and apparently, like, I don't know how their culture works, but like, you're not considered a hero until you've been to the Great Wall, no matter what you've done. So we went to the part where a lot of people go, and I'm standing up there. I bet 12 different people took their picture with me at the Great Wall. Like, just happy white guys at the Great Wall. Like, it was such like an honor or something. I'm not sure.
Crazy.
I think it was, look at this idiot.
Yeah. Look at that.
Hey, look at it. Hey.
This dude's really lost America that way.
Other end.
They were probably thinking, what in the world is this wall even for? This guy got in here.
Yeah, how did he get in here? Yeah. I found him. Let's take a photo. Yeah.
Yeah.
They know everything's being watched. They're like, we'll take a picture. They'll come. Like, get them.
Oh, Lord. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you had a good time.
You wrote a billion notes in there. I only wrote the one thing that I was supposed to ask you about. So
yeah, this was where
the Jeopardy theme.
Yeah. The other funny part was like Sky and Cynthia would do the same thing to me. They would make me try something. I'm like, no, I ain't trying that. Like, no, this is what you take before. It helps you digest your food or whatever. I swear they're lying to me all the time to get me to eat something nasty. Like all the time it was like they had some story why I had to eat this. I'm like, okay, I just eat it. Like, I know you guys are lying to me, but like, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Like, it was nonstop that way. I also like those big towns. What I noticed is how quiet it is. All the mopeds are electric. Most of the cars are electric. It is way quieter than our towns.
Did you hear any music going on?
I mean, they had live music all the time. So Doug likes his line dancing and stuff. So he'd go down there and line dance. I forget. So many funny things happen with Doug too. Like, I could do a whole podcast on Doug.
Just
like, hey, we love you, Doug.
Like if anyone's any single ladies out there, Doug needs a girlfriend. So that's a Doug right there.
This guy.
Yeah, look at how cute he is. See,
nicest guy you ever meet.
Tony at LC Signs thinks he's gay, but yeah, that poor guy. And Sky rides him too about it. Like, hey, she's cute. Like every waitress that came up, Sky would say something in Chinese, and I knew he said, "Hey, this guy's single." Like about Doug. So it's just like, but yeah, Doug. We went. Quick story about Doug.
He's probably getting the. Anyways,
we went to pick out suits because Doug likes to buy suits from China because they're cheaper. 4 hours later, I'm like, okay, we're finally done. He's now picked out his color.
That looks like a mugshot. Get it?
That is funny. So anyways, this Doug right here, we went to pick out suits. We're 4 hours into it. Maybe it wasn't 4 hours, but it seemed like 4 hours. He had finally picked out the color he wants. When you're asking like Nick and me, like, oh, do you like this blue or that blue? And they look like the same color to me, I'm probably not helping you. But anyways, I think, we're finally done. He's got the color picked out. He has the style picked out. He's measured, so on and so forth. I'm like, all right, let's get going. No, I still haven't picked out buttons or liner. I'm like, oh no. Like, and then he has this big old book of buttons, which I didn't even know you had to do that in suits. Obviously I'm low class person. Like I buy whatever happens to be on that shirt at Walmart. That's what I buy. I don't get to change the buttons at Walmart. So anyways, yeah. So we spent, I think, 4 hours picking out 3 suits and getting one altered. And then
they were $27 when it was all said and done.
No, I think it was expensive. Too expensive.
It was custom.
Too expensive for me.
True.
I mean, like I said, they don't sell them at Walmart.
It's not Italian made, but.
Oh, the other thing is that every hotel has these robots. So, I told you can get anything anywhere. So these guys in this their little orange suits, like if you order like something from the restaurant, they bring it to the front desk. Front desk puts us in this robot, types your room number. Robot goes over, gets on the elevator, goes up to your room, and all the rooms have doorbells. Rings your doorbell. You open the door, opens your food thing up, grab your food.
Crazy. That's interesting.
They're saving on labor, apparently.
Yeah.
Seems weird if labor is cheap that you still would get the robots. Maybe the robots are cheap though. Did you find a source for the robots? I could use one or 2. How easily programmable are they?
Yeah. And can I get it in English?
Yes. If not, I'll learn if they work well enough.
Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to say, like every restaurant is faster than McDonald's here. Every single restaurant.
Well, it helps if you don't have to cook it.
Well, it does help too, but even the cooking stuff, like everybody, like you sit down, food is coming. But you also so there's no menus either. You scan it. And once I realized like I can scan the same thing and it's updating at live time, I could take stuff off. When Sky would order like 15 different plates, I could take 3 or 4 off as he's ordering it, or I could add to it or whatever. But yeah, like as soon as you order, here it comes. And there's one place we ate at twice where their claim to fame is that cow was alive 3 hours ago that they're feeding you. And they feed it raw and you got to cook it in this little hot pot. And then Sky's very good at like, he's the one that does the cooking. So he keeps throwing you food and he's not eating. And then you're full and he's like, oh, you got to eat more. How about some more? I'm like, you got to eat, dude. So, and suits are a big thing. Everybody wears suits still. Like the 1980s here.
Oh, nice.
Like everybody still wears suits. Like
So
if you have
clean dress.
if you have any kind of job that would have required a suit in like the 80s, like the people that are even the valet, they're not valet people, but the people that are helping your cars, suits on, behind the counter, suits on. If you work behind the counter anywhere that's not like fast paced, you have a suit on. All the managers of all the restaurants wear suits. Even the hostess and stuff, like if you're a host, you wear a suit. So it's nice. Like everybody's clean. But
We'd be here like 7 more days with how many notes you have in here.
So
That's the 7th phone call too.
on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
I mean, I would rate it pretty high. I don't know what the actual number is. I even said like if they allowed you to retire there, I would consider even retiring there because the living's so cheap, and I just have to get past the point that they know where you're at when you're at, and you're in tight quarters. But like we like our space here. Like if you're not getting a 2-acre lot in China,
Yeah.
and having a job that's close
true.
to you. So, but I liked it. It was fun. The food was good. Everything was good. I mean, it helped having Sky as the
Gotta
thing,
have
but, and I love weird food. Like I'll eat any food. Like pigeon was like, we ate it twice,
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah. It's just greasier chicken is all it is.
Yeah.
So I love the food. I love the culture. I love that you can get anything. I love how far ahead they are, but I think I would get sick of people at some point.
Sick of people that close to you all the time.
Yeah. Rubbing against you all the time. Like, but part of that is like, the plane ride wasn't bad because I was first class. I could sleep. I could lay all the way down. That wasn't bad. People complain about the plane ride. Like maybe Doug did because he's stuck in the center seat somewhere in the back. I didn't have a problem with it. I did sit on the way to, maybe it was Beijing back to Guangzhou. It was a long flight. I sat between 2 ladies and this one lady talked to me the entire time. And
English?
Yes. Well, in her broken English. But she wanted to know if I was married. I'm like, that's no, but yes.
How do you explain that to me?
No, but yes. Like, no, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. No. So, but that lady talked to me the whole time. I'm like, Sky, not only did you put me in the center seat, but you sent me next to some lady and the other lady still kept joining in on the conversation too. Like I was getting hounded from both sides.
I think they wanted to learn better English, and that's why
Yeah,
they
they're
were talking
practicing.
to you. Yeah, probably.
Yep. I said,
pretty good though.
Yeah. Other than that, I told him I have a special ed son, my oldest one.
Well,
And here he
if
is.
it gives you bonus points,
Special
whatever
needs.
you got to do. Whatever you got to do. So
Rick says, wrap it up.
I don't know how long we've been going. It's been a while
We
though.
have
So
no idea.
anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed our recap on China. If you have questions, you can see them at ISA and ask them all about it. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. So bye. I don't have the other camera. So
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Oh, I was
Bye-bye.
looking at you the
Bye-bye.
whole time.
Bye-bye.
I didn't even look at the camera.
Yeah, I know. Bye.
Bye.